Ready? Labyrinthos is not too far from here, but you may find the path a bit disorienting. I'll take the lead, so stay close. Follow Elise and try not to fall behind. Excuse me?
Now we are following the NPC.
Off we go then. Let's go. Are you go? Oh my god. How am I supposed to fall behind? Let's go. Let's go to walking mode. Oh my goodness, you're walking slower than my walking mode. Ah. It's pleasant here amongst the trees. Yeah. But we really should move along. I am moving along! Are you going backwards?
Yes.
And you're still faster than Elise?
Yes.
Oh god.
I don't think I...
Now we run! Try to keep up.
Fast.
Oh, now we run. Try to keep up. Are you joking? Oh, now she's running normally.
Yay.
Oh, that's good. Keep to the path. Straight ahead. I'm coming. Escort quests should count as crimes against humanity and taken to the court. Here we are, through the store and down the stairs. You did remember to attune to the shot back there, didn't you? Yes, I did. It will make your life much easier if you need to come back in a hurry. Otherwise, we should keep moving. Are you going to say anything, Alpino? I have not been to Labyrinthos in the longest time. Even as a student, my visits were few and far between. Alize? You didn't take a wrong turn into the rostra there, did you? I doubt the forum would take kindly to you barging into a private session. We actually went in there. Ishtola. How did the forum learn of the final days, and exactly how much do they know? More to the point, what do they intend to do about it? Hopefully the answer to at least one of those questions lies below. We're all here now, yes? I will take the liberty of securing permission for our group's descent. Right, everyone on to the left and down we go. Okay. Is Emmet going to narrate this as well? It's another zone after all. Are you going to narrate, Emmet?
Deep beneath the scholar's city
yes,
shines
you will.
a false sun within a fabricated sky.
This is underground.
In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves. And this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation.
Look at them!
Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
I don't like the sound of that. You cheap, yeah! They make even cuter sounds. They're like, meh! I'm not joking, they go like, meh! Hello, I am like, look at me. Look at me, I'm like, ah!
Not what you expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
Uh-huh. It is, Skryl.
But I assure you that we are beneath Sharlayan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see. And once upon a time, this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma.
Building a labyrinth on top of
discovered
that
some
is not a good
400 years
idea.
ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh on no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
I see.
Aren't those people gleaners?
They must be gleaners. Look at their backpacks.
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but would seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today.
Let's question them.
It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Uh-huh.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Yes. Who are we hitting? I mean, questioning. Trial?
Ugh.
Trial? What is happening?
Did you call to me just now?
No, I didn't.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be
Trial?
fine, I'm sure.
Are you
Let's get to
alright?
work, shall we?
I don't like this. Dobbin! What a name. Hello, Dobbin. You want to know what I'm doing? Holding books, and ore, and fauna. If it needs hauling, I haul it. Okay. Every decade or so, they take stock in Labyrinthos. You know, sort and tidy up the inventory. Never seen an operation like this before, though. They just did one a few summers ago, even. Then, with no warning at all, this mess gets dropped in our laps. Orders from on high. Damned if I know the reason. Could be that they're changing the layout? Preparing for the next big expansion? Excuse me. Your exchange with Dobbin has taught you about taking stock in Labyrinthos. Okay. Who else am I gonna... Oh, Cryo. Most of those gathered here appear to be gleaners. Why don't you wander around and try making small talk? That's exactly what I'm doing, Cryo. Tiev? Whatever. Let me think. The Rhea seeds should be item 1058. Human seeds 1059. Snurbbleberry 1060. Or were they 1061? Ah, my head feels like it's stuffed with mocha grass. Why more loads to take out than carry in? Why do all this at once and risk mixing it up? What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for the Gerbanian carrots? What then? Why are you so... They are carrots. Your exchange with Tiev has told you about large shipments coming in and out of Labyrinthos. Okay, you, sir, Erenville. You here to help or give me more headaches? Because you don't have the look of a gleaner, and I'm in no mood for idle chatter. One of my colleagues was so exhausted he took a tumble and crashed into a pile of crates. Now I have a pack of marmots running loose. Your exchange with Erenville has taught you about exhaust gleaners. What tales did the gleaners have to tell? Here, take this notes.
Yeah, of course. Well, you know, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? With an extended free trial, which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn, and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 for free with no restrictions on playtime?
Cryo, please take this as well. Here you have your notes, my dear. Someone is disconnecting. Oh no! Poor person!
Poor person.
So this grand operation began without warning? And for every item they bring in, they are sending more inventory somewhere else? That would explain the haggard faces I've been seeing. We were right. The Forum is definitely up to something. And they're turning Labyrinthos upside down in the process. Glorify Redcatcher. What? I don't like the sound of that quest name. We would do well to learn more of what, specifically, the Gleaners are being tasked to do, as well as who has tasked them to do it. If you're game, Alia, I have an idea. I'm game. Didn't one of the Gleaners you questioned say something about escaped marmots? Perhaps if you were to help him capture such creatures, he might be inclined towards a more friendly and enlightening conversation. I'll do so. In the meantime, I'll return my charms upon this Gleaner here. We can compare notes afterwards. Happy hunting! Erenville. Give me your quest, Erenville. Where did you lose the marmots? You wish to help me find the marmots? I have nothing suitable to pay you for your services, but if you're offering out of the goodness of your heart... Actually, yes, but no. I'm going to use you and your knowledge. I'd welcome the assistance, you say. Where are the marmots? My name is Erenville, I know. Specialist in the collection of live specimen. That said, the capture of these Naxian marmots is a trial I have no desire to repeat. Grizzled mice, they call them. For a mercy, there are no other marmot species on this tier at present, so there should be no mistaking our little fugitives. If you happen to catch any, stuff them in this sack. Gently, of course. I need to tell you something, Erenville. I have no power no control over my power. They might die, so no promises. Give me the sack. Where to begin, you wonder? I have not seen any scampering around here, so we will need to widen our search into the surrounding forest. Be on your guard. There are beasts out there that won't hesitate to prey on a marmot or you. Thank you for the warning. I will search the trees to the west. The eastern part of the forest is all yours. Good luck. Thank you, Erenville. Are there any... Oh, wait a moment. There are 3 Aetherytes here. This area is big.
Oh, yeah.
And there's an 88 fate here. Level 88 fate.
Oh.
81, 85, 88,
I suppose
288.
we're not going to unlock the whole area right away.
I think so too. I think it will be barred or something. Now we need to go up here. There's a grizzled mouse. Hello. Hostile. A coyote. Oh no. How are we going to deal with it?
Like this.
Another one. Sir, you don't scare me at all. Now, capture. Sharp squeak! Yes, exactly. Where are you going? Barely have you readied the sack when the grizzled mouse scampers off into the underbrush. Hello. A troll! They have a cave troll! Let's help the Reaper. Well, I don't think the Reaper friend needs our help or anything. He's just decimating them. Can I stop squeaking? Get in the sack.
That's evil.
Oh, come on! The rodent nimbly evades your grasp before once more disappearing into the trees. Chirp! Stop chirping! Get into this!
Well, now it's cornered.
More prepared for its speed this time, you succeed in closing the sack over your elusive quarry. Thank you. That took a while. Gleaner, sir. Erenville, we are coming. Oh, would you look at that? 5,000 side quests opened up. Which I will do later after finishing the MSQ. How did you fare? I took down 3 of the pack, which leaves 1 unaccounted for. How did you... Did we just get 1 while this guy just got 3?
Yeah.
The sack holds the plump, wriggling form of one greatly annoyed grizzled mouse. Greatly annoyed. Ah, there is the odd marmot out. Wait here a moment while I put our friends in a holding cage. Please do so. Cutscene. What are you going to tell me? Thankfully, the marmots seem to be unharmed. They have held up well in isolation, but it's much too soon to release them into the habitat. It's a good thing we were able to recapture them so swiftly. You have my thanks. Yeah, I'm going to choose the second one. That's for the forum to decide. They are the guiding authority behind Labyrinthos after all, and this job was but one small part of this great inventory of theirs. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Those were the 2 conditions I was given for the stock I was instructed to procure. I don't know what the forum has planned for these creatures, but at the very least, I doubt they will be served for dinner today or tomorrow. There you are, Elia. Yes, I am here. Is this the Galena you mentioned? The one who was looking for the lost marmots? Yes. Interesting company you keep, friend. Who are you folk anyway? Would you like to know? I'm Kryl of the students of Baldesion. These others are my associates. Truth be told, the forum's decisions of late have not sat entirely well with us. That is why we made the descent into Labyrinthos. We hoped that by seeing those decisions put into action, we might more fully understand their reasoning. Wise and practical. Never hurts to try and gain a broader perspective, does it? Anyway, duty calls, other animals to capture and enclosures to empty. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't offer you more for your services. Bye! Bye-bye, bunny boy. Did you learn anything new from our friend here? Well, yeah, they're stalking them. They want to eat them apparently later on. So we've confirmed that the order for this ambitious operation did indeed come directly from the forum. However, the Gleaners have not been informed of its purpose.
No wonder the little marmot was pissed.
I don't want to be eaten! Go away! I'd say that fits with everything we have heard thus far. We also discovered when the operation was begun. The forum contacted the Gleaners' guild ship and put their people to this great work some 4 days after the Telophoroi made their chilling declaration. As seasoned travelers, the Gleaners kept abreast of news from every corner of the world out of necessity. Thus am I inclined to trust that their calendar of events is accurate. Altogether, it gives a distinct impression that this undertaking was a sudden and unexpected development. Yet I find it hard to believe that such a comprehensive structuring of Labyrinthos and its archives could have been planned in so brief a window. Nay, this plan was long in the making. They were but awaiting the right time to put it into effect. And the Telophori's declaration was what set it all in motion? It seems likely, but let us not leap to conclusions just yet. For the moment, I suggest we conduct a wider investigation of Labyrinthos. The more facilities we visit, the more pieces of the puzzle we stand to find. In that case, how about we head to the Archeon? From there, we can reach the lower... Uh-oh. Kryl?
Open the gates.
No, not again. Graha is here. Nobody opens the gates. Kryl, what's wrong? Yeah, I am asking the same.
Oh, wait.
I'm fine, truly. The sudden descent has left me with a bit of headache, that's all. I don't believe you. Nothing that will stop me from soldiering on. Let's be about it then. At least allow me to take the lead. I'm fairly certain I remember the way to Archeon. You follow the path east, through the forest where you were chasing after the mouse. Or marmot, was it? Anyway, it's the trolls you need to watch out for. Ah, well, I killed them. That's nothing really to watch out for. It was nothing. I'm going to talk to the guys first. Ishtola. This is the foremost material archive in Sharlayan. I should love to explore its treasures shelf by shelf, but I fear we have little time for such indulgences. Alizai, were you caught in mist on your way here? The sprayers keep the air humid, so the habitat feels as close as possible to a natural forest. Don't worry about me. I'm hale and healthy. In fact, I'm beginning to suspect that... Nay, let's discuss this later. The investigation demands our undivided attention. What are you saying, Alpno? Behold, the Archeon! As Numenon serves as Sharlayan's literary archive, so does this structure house the city's wealth of material data. The architecture too is similar. This building you see is merely the upper entrance, an access point to the walls carved into the cliffside itself. Within those vast rooms are stored countless samples and specimens. as well as the detailed records which describe them. In a manner of speaking, the Archeon contains a physical history of Sharlayan's unwavering dedication to the accumulation of knowledge. So you say. Deeper into the maze. Oh my. Well, we won't learn anything of value standing out here. Let us proceed into the main building and speak with the custodian. Now we go inside. What is here? Is that a triple triad? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. I have to do it.
We will do it! Not now!
After this question.
Greetings! We are here to peruse the Archeon's vaults. Peruse? You're certainly not... you are clearly not gleaners then. May I ask your affiliation? We belong to the students of Baldassian, but is that relevant? I was given to believe that the vaults, those open to the public at least, were open to the public. Ordinarily, yes, that would be the case. At present, however, access is restricted. Only persons directly involved in the reorganization efforts are permitted to enter.
That's censorship.
Not us then. I suppose we had better move along to another facility. This building has a lift which connects to the middle tier, yes? Might we at least make use of that? No? The service has also been suspended, I'm afraid. For the time being, priority has been given over to the conveyance of the inventory. What? So this is as far as we can go? I apologize for the inconvenience. Please come again after our restructuring operation is concluded. By that time it will be too late, and we were so close to getting answers. We need to rethink our approach. Let us step outside for the moment, shall we? Yes, let us step outside. Let's step outside. Let's talk. Students of Baldassian. More like. What are you saying, Afno? The forum must be wary of exposure indeed to so heavily restrict the use of public institutions. Alize? If they're going to close off facilities, then they ought to announce it. The students must be furious. I don't think they are. Trial? Labyrinthos is constructed in the shape of a mortar. This upper layer is called the outer circuit, and the medial circuit lies one tier below us. Also, in order to go to the other aetherites, we actually need to go to another tier of the area. Stola! We are at an impasse. As we have no other leads, I should like to pursue this one further. How are we going to do that? Stola? But I doubt that our stone-faced custodian will be swayed by heartfelt pleas. We must seek another means to access the lower levels. It's likely that the people in this area are involved in the restructuring in one way or another. If we were to ingratiate ourselves, they might allow us to accompany them on the lift. Let us ask around. Surely someone is in need of a few strong backs to lighten the load. Oh, you're talking about me, aren't you? Now we need to speak to people outside Archeon. Outside the Archeon, yes. Well, there's this bone-weary worker here. What's that? Take you down on the lift with me? Sorry, but not a chance. I've been up and down all day, and only now have I finally found a spare moment to rest. I did see a gleaner fellow heading out the gate there, though, shouldering a large pack, engaged in some manner of task. Maybe he will be headed down below after he's done with whatever it is he is doing. You say so. Alright. There must be another person to speak to.
Left.
There. I saw bemused student. Am I taking the lift? Oh no, we are just students. They won't let us into the Archeon. Even though we found... What did you find? Tell me what you found. Actually, we have no idea what it is we found. There's no record of such a creature anywhere. But it was wandering around Tranquility, so we thought to donate it to the wolves. What is it? Hello? Oddest little squirrel, don't you think? Anyway, I suppose we'll have to take care of it until the Archeon is open again. I really want to know what's inside that crate. What poor creature is in that crate? Wait. Someone named their chocobo emergency rations?
Well, that's KFC right there.
Oh my god. Why the 12th?
How's bold?
Quiet! You'll frighten it away! What? Frighten what away? Exactly. Oh, it's Erenville! Oh, it's you again! I don't mean to be rude, but I'm in the middle of another task. The Cloudkin I need to capture is close. Very close. Leave it to me, I said. You wish to help me with this too? You spend your time in unusual ways, my friend. Oh, I'm an adventurer, that's what I do. Still, 2 hunters are generally better than 1. Very well. The canal here is a common gathering spot for birds of all kinds, but the one I'm after today is the Hornbill.
Hornbill again?
No, that was Shoebill.
Oh.
Its feathers are green and scry a distinctive cow. Cow! Single it out and shoot it with the sleeping dart. Alright. Green, you say. Alright. The effects are short-lived, so I lie in wait down by the river bank. Claim our quarry. Be sure to hit the right one. You hit the wrong one, didn't you?
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
Oh, to see what it does?
What happened, yeah.
Search your surroundings for the Hornbill. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Yes. Let's do that. It's the... That green one, I suppose. There.
The bird that calls.
Did I get the right one?
Yes.
Yes. I got it. Erenville, are you coming? Poor creature. I'm happy all of a sudden.
A fair shot.
Oh, it's voice acted. Oh,
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up and I'll make my way over to you.
okay. You're going... I have this feeling that this guy will be a... You know... long time NPC around here. Why would he
There
be
you are.
voice acted
Any
otherwise?
new revelations?
No, I caught a bird. Does that help?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill.
Yes, exactly, that's what happened.
I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
I have no idea, Alizé.
Oh, it's a simple thing, really.
Aw. He's so pretty!
Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose.
What are you doing with those creatures then?
Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a cleaner's duties.
Ah, okay.
But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
He's so pretty. Oh my goodness.
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum.
Yeah. What is going on?
The projects down there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those
What
who
the hell
are,
is that?
the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are
Good night,
instead
Javix.
required to
Thank you
live
for
in
coming.
isolated quarters.
Good night, Javik.
Thus far, the researchers involved in secretive work are not permitted to walk freely in the city and are instead required to live in isolated quarters. That's harsh.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
What kind of an
Possibly.
experiment?
I wasn't afforded an explanation.
Hmm.
But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Excuse me?
What? Why would you say that?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
You can take me downstairs. That might be something.
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels.
Can he even do
Seeing
that?
as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
Would they even let all of us go down?
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift. I will, of course, follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Well, he has a point.
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
What are you thinking?
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh.
This path leads to the 33rd facet.
Uh-huh.
A mine shaft excavated
mine
during
shaft?
one of our expansions of Labyrinthos.
Okay.
While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back.
Oh, we don't turn back.
I bid you good day.
Bye-bye, Aaronville. I like you. Quite a lot, actually. You're a nice guy.
Well, turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
Agreed, Alize. Let's go.
He reminds me of a certain funny girl. The accent does it.
Oh yeah, they all have that accent. Hello, Alize. What are you saying? I took a quick peek inside, but it was awfully dark in there. Okay. I never would have noticed this cave on my own. Thank the scholar that Aaronville knew of it, and that you were there to persuade him to share. I didn't persuade him, actually. Anyway, the medial circuit which Aaronville mentioned is the tier directly below us. Unlike the lowest level of Labyrinthos, With its rigid security, one can usually roam the middle layer quite freely. Let us see what we may find. Alfino? This must be it. The entrance to the mineshaft. It's faint, but I hear something moving within. Creatures homed here by the researchers, you think? While slavering beasts aside, we will need to watch our footing. We should tighten our straps and such before we continue. Okay. Alizé? Assuming everyone's tightened their straps and checked their gear, then I say we head on in. Given the terrain ahead, though, it might be wise to leave some distance between us. We don't want to be stumbling over each other if it comes to a fight. Take it slow, and don't forget to check your surroundings from time to time. We can meet up again at the other end of the tunnel. Okay. Goodbye, guys. What am I doing?
Well, she said slow. Let's charge in.
Yeah, of course. Ishtola, what are you going to say, dear? That mineshaft was infested with mithril caps. Some sort of research project, I wonder. I suppose they are a most unusual creature. I can't English again. Why did they develop such long limbs when all they do is shuffle about narrow tunnels? Yeah, that's a good question, Ishtola. Trial? I was being careful, I swear! The slope was steeper than I thought and I lost my footing for a moment. That's all. I'm not injured if you don't count my pride. Alizé? Alia! Did you know Kryl almost took a tumble back there? She can't possibly still be dizzy from the lift. Yeah, there's something wrong going on with Kryl and I'm well aware of it. Everyone seems to have made it through without incident. Nothing of consequence at least. And as promised, the tunnel has delivered us into the medial circuit. As I recall, this tier is where they keep a wide variety of samples for agricultural production. If Aaron Will's assumption holds true, that specimens are being collected in preparation for a great migration, then we should see evidence of such plans in the area's research projects. Let's follow the path to the nearest farming facility and see what we see. If you say so, Alfino. Survey the area at the designated location. Let's do that. Grapes!
Pumpkin.
Oh, pumpkins, yes. Aha! Now I know where we are. It's the Marial Agronomics. What? Labyrinthos is host to a wide variety of vegetation, which allows us to conduct studies on cultivation methods utilized in foreign lands. And it is this facility which coordinates and oversees those efforts. The fruits of their research go to feed their Labyrinthos colleagues, or so I hear. More notable successes might make it to the Agora. Food so exotic you would be hard-pressed to guess their origin, let alone how they might taste.
I don't know, like grapes and pumpkins?
Indeed! Mystery vegetables without a name, only a list of nutritional benefits scribbled on a card. I see no gleaner hereabouts. Yet these workers seem to share that same sense of urgency. It's possible they know something of the forum's plans and their underlying motivations. Worth looking into, wouldn't you say? I agree. My stoic nodding. See what you can coax from those workers. The rest of us will do the same or cast about for useful clues. Alright. What am I doing? What am I doing this time? Pray tell. Now we are going to gather information at Marial Agronomics. So there is this Jepke, whatever guy here. Is that a guy? It's a guy, right? Yes, it's a guy. It's an aura guy. Oh, hello there. We weren't expecting visitors, not with use of the lift being restricted. How did you make it down here anyway? It's a secret. It's secret. Well, why did you tell him? Why am I telling him? The mine shaft? I'm so naive. I'm like, we came from the mine shaft. Well, you're a much hardier soul than I. Under normal circumstances, I'd reward such tenacity with a guided tour of the fields, but I'm afraid the forum has us filling order lists a mile long. Massive yet detailed requests, literal wagon loads of crop samples, and hardly any time to put them together. When I first heard of this grand reorganization, I assumed we would be shuffling around old stock to make room for the new. Then came the orders for ridiculous quantities of seeds we have already thoroughly researched. Passing stranger, I pressed for an explanation and was met with vague assurances that all would be revealed in due course. Not the most satisfying answer. Do I have oats to be taken down below? More than I can carry and then some. Most of our stock is sent off via the cargo lift, but some has been earmarked for aerial transport. Okay. Has the stack of crates atop that hill over there. God's hauling the lot up that slope was a job and a half. What crops are we raising? Well, as you can see, this one is a variety of grape. Only needs a good source of sunlight to grow, and the conditions here are nothing short of perfect. Hardly surprising, given that it's native to a particular locale, in the very place upon which Labyrinthos was modeled. A region in the south of Ilzabard. It boasts remarkable habitat diversity, allowing for myriad flora and fauna to thrive. Chilly peaks in the north give way to swaths of temperate plains, which in turn transition into a hot, humid coastline. Such bountiful territory is ever contested, as you might expect. Used to be called Corvus before the Imperials renamed it Locus Ammonius, or whatever. The Forum saw it not as a prize, however, but as a researcher's ideal environment, one whose climates we strove to recreate within the confines of Labyrinthos. It's since provided a rich foundation for countless experiments in cultivation. I see that there is an stacked boxes. The labels on these crates tell the story of their contents, bundles of common seeds and saplings, accompanied by sheaves of reports. What is it? What am I looking at? Oh. Oh. Hello?
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
What does that even mean? Heart blooms.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true.
Okay, explain it to me a little bit more.
This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders.
Oh, that's interesting.
Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy. Dark subdued shades for frustration or despair. Yet even with the collected wisdom of Sharlian at our disposal, we've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect.
This is interesting.
And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track, we've been unable to pinpoint its land of origin.
Okay, so we don't know where they're coming from.
To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration.
What do the other nations call it?
As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Can I pick up one and check, you know, what my emotions are right now? Will it turn as dark as my soul?
Have you learned aught of interest?
I'm not entirely sure.
A flower that reacts to one's feelings? Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
Well, I just learned, Ishtola.
This is all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenvil's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
Maybe they do not know either, Alphino.
If only we could interrogate the forum members directly.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Isn't that the entrance to the Ark here?
Is it Erenville again?
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
Yes, it is.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down to make his report.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
This question.
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation?
Yes.
What of the risks?
Oh, come on, Alphino.
Ours alone to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
Yes. Go on, Alize.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Yes, we should all go. Kyle? Kyle, what are you doing with the flowers?
Cryle?
Something is very wrong with Cryle.
Yes, that certainly sounds like a plan. I'm glad you agree.
Well, I'm very sure she was not even listening.
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Let's go. Where are you going? I feel like the hobbits. Let's go. Where are we going?
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Reach who? I am aware that something is wrong.
Everyone is aware.
No, but I am like 2000% aware that something is going wrong with Cryle.
So is Stola.
Alize? Let's get after him already. We have waited too long as it is. Alphino. It feels wrong to spy on Arenville, helpful as he has been, but what other choice do we have? Cryle? Forgive me, my attention has been elsewhere. We were following Arenville, weren't we? Yeah. Stola? Is Cryle still feeling unwell? I have never seen her so distracted. Keep an eye on her, but keep moving too. We cannot let our query slip away. I will. Alizé? Arenville was headed westwards, along the path outside the Archaon. Come, we can still catch him, you say. Okay. Will the guys say anything here, Avino? It seems Y'shtola wishes to have a word with us. Yes, Alizé? We have fallen too far behind and this damned mist won't help matters. What mist? I don't see any mist. Cryle? I can still hear it. Hear what? I am so concerned. Hold a moment. I have an idea, you say. If memory serves, that colossal wall-like structure is Logisticom Beta, one of Labyrinthos' climate control centers. Okay. It should have its own lifts, with which one could access the upper or lower tiers. If I were an agent of the Forum, it would make for a convenient meeting place. But even if we happen to find Arenville in the company of said agent, we cannot expect them to reveal issues of importance as we nonchalantly stroll past. Nay, we shall have to remain undetected. If only Groha and his venge spell were here. Oh, but there are other ways of turning invisible. Keep it up, my little toads. No, Y'shtola, what are you doing? No, Y'shtola, what are you doing? And why didn't you turn Cryo?
I hope Charlians don't mean to frog.
Unaccustomed to transfiguration? Worry not, it will wear off with the passage of time. How much time are we talking about here? I suggest you and your green companions hop along and catch up with Arenville. Should you feel the magic's fading, return to me and I will refresh the enchantment. What am I to do in the meantime? Yeah, what is Cryo going to do? Wait here with me. In your current state of mind, you would be as likely to leap into the jaws of a predator as you would learn anything of note. Well, anyway, she has the right of it. Look at me! I am fabulous. I'm a fabulous frog. Which reminds me, where are the creatures hereabouts? In that form, you're essentially defenseless. Well, thank you. You have changed into a toad. You must remain transfigured in order to progress with quest objectives. You'll return from your transfigured status if you move too far away. Look to your map for the transfiguration's area of effect. Speak with Y'shtola to restore or prolong that transfiguration. And we are looking at each other. Jesus! Oh my goodness, Afina! Wait, can I talk to Alizé? Will she go like... Ribbit. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. Alfina? Ribbit.
Alfie Toad and Ali Toad.
Yeah, Alfie Toad and Ali Toad are now accompanying you. Keep them at your side. Okay. I was not expecting to be turned into a toad, no. Come guys, we need to go. We have 29 minutes as toad, and we need to go there, so... Oh, I can talk to... What do I get? Discuss your surroundings. Ribbit. Toad attempts and fails to shake his head, but you nevertheless understand that he's telling you this is the wrong way. Alize? This is amazing! Lali-ho turns to face the north. Perhaps she's suggesting you cross the bridge. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Cross the bridge and then go north, I suppose. Should we? Yeah, that's a good idea. Hello. Look at us. Oh my goodness.
Cringe cup.
I hope I took it. We are getting so excited to see them. Okay, that's a forum member, for sure.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work.
Okay.
So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Oh, poor guy. Getting more duties. Another list of stuff.
Another lengthy list.
Yeah, this seems to be the case.
If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
I need to take a screenshot of this guy. I love his face.
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty.
Uh-huh. Explain this duty to me, please.
And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil is in service to the greatest good.
When someone mentions greater or greatest good, I am always like, there is something fishy going on.
The greater good.
Yeah.
Then I will do your bidding. For now.
Uh-huh.
But unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions.
Uh-huh.
Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
Well, he has the right of it.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the forum.
Okay, bye-bye. We are definitely not suspiciously watching you.
I hope that was informative. You may consider my debt to you repaid in full.
Oh goodness, this guy is smart. Well, he's a scholar.
While I do have my reservations about the forum, I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
I love this character already.
That you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Mm-hmm.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
Well,
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Well, that guy earns his living by catching animals, so...
Yeah.
I think he knows a few things about them. Alize, what are you going to say? Our toad performance needs work, apparently. I'll have to pay more attention the next time I see one. I suppose we should have known a gleaner who specializes in animal procurement would not be so easily deceived. Yet he seemed inclined to put his trust in us all the same. More importantly, perhaps, we have discovered a new piece of the puzzle, this momentous duty the forum agent mentioned. Sharlayan has been called to action, and the Teleforoi's declaration was the catalyst. Whatever charge it is they hope to fulfill, they deem it of sufficient import to disrupt all of Labyrinthos. Not to mention ignore Eorzea's request for aid. Alfredo, if we happen to cross paths with Erenville again, I should like to thank him properly. Yeah, perhaps we should. Alize staring off in the direction Erenville departed, a thoughtful look on her face. What duty could warrant the direct involvement of the Forum and the commitment of all its resources? Judging by what we just heard, none of the gleaners were offered any kind of explanation. At this point, it seems abundantly clear that we'll learn nothing new by pressing them further. We should head back to Y'shtola and Kryl for the moment, see what they think of this. Do you have anything to say? Where's Kryl? Oh, that's a serious question. Where's Kryl? Alize? It's funny how normal the Force seems now. As a toad, it was all so much more ominous and threatening. Yeah, I suppose. Where's Kryl? I have the same question, Alfino. Welcome back. I trust you found Erenville then? Oh yeah, and he saw through us, like literally. Interesting. I had a feeling you would learn something important, even if that something was simply a confirmation that no one knows much of anything. We should share this with Kryl, then discuss how we would like to proceed. Assuming we find her back at the farm. She was still behaving oddly, so I bade her return and rest there. Perhaps not the best decision, in hindsight. Would you mind checking near those flowers she was so entranced by? The rest of us can survey the more distant areas, just in case she decided to wander. Kryl is here.
Kryl, our presence is requested.
Kryl, what are you doing? Don't, they're rare flowers! Why are you picking it up?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting.
Oh, thank you.
She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
She? Are you talking to Hydaelyn or something?
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
Kryl?
Thank you.
Mum?
Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment. Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest.
Please tell me you are going to the ethereal sea at one point. Please, 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 please.
After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
Whatever do you mean? I am so concerned.
Take the flower. Walk free, for you are free to go where you wish, to believe what you will,
Is this her way of saying that I did not temper you?
That blue will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Idolin, you're concerning me right now.
Raise it aloft and let it shine till the end, blinding and radiant.
Uh-oh, Trial.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out.
That's why you had those headaches.
Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, imagine my surprise to discover it was Hydaelyn herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go.
Well, yeah, but she's been cryptic.
Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts. That unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
What progress, Kryl? Yes, we are making something.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Run! Uh-oh, is that... Oh, you! Where are my adoption papers?
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Okay.
Mistress Baldessian.
I don't like this music entering, though.
Entrance into Sharlayan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
Yes, she did something like that, yes.
Of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian.
Huh.
A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Uh-oh.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Sharlayan as scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities.
Yeah, we told literally everyone.
Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
What are you talking about, Fortuno? Just say that I don't allow you to make investigations.
With the world in chaos, we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion. And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
Disrupted foreign elements? What? But...
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
Yeah, what are you going to do about this?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Don't tell me you don't you dare touch Graha. Like, don't.
Graha! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged. celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
But he's an Archon!
Refusing to comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Okay, Stola, whatever you say. But I want to punch his face first.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse. But enough. This is not the place for debate.
Okay.
The rostra await.
Oh, all right. Let's go then. We haven't seen their mother yet. I'm concerned. Wait, is that a trial that we are going into? Like, literally a trial? It seems to be the case. Oh, my poor Groha. He must be feeling so upset.
Forgive me. I was careless.
Don't worry about it.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together.
Mm-hmm.
I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Yeah, did you learn anything?
Yeah. That's my...
That's what that knowing smile! That knowing smile! Oops.
This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings.
Okay, this is not the first time I'm on a trial, so I'm used to this kind of thing. Go on.
I don't think trial by combat...
Master Fortuno, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlayan assistance.
You did that, yes.
Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work.
We were not interfering, exactly. We were reading.
They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, Cryos hood is down! Look at her!
These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large.
Yes, we are trying to stop it.
Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Can I punch him like 300 times?
Achievement unlocked.
Punch Farjanal 300 times. Oh, look at Cryo.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Really?
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man.
You speak, Cryo.
Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
You go, girl.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlayan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your Momentous duty of an age long past, that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention.
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Uh-huh.
Then it seems your findings support my own.
Yeah, you better tell us what you found, Graha.
The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the forum's policymaking process.
Uh-huh.
To better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent. The unchanging pillars of Sharlayan society.
Mm-hmm.
And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd.
I governed a nation for 100 years, so I know the subtleties of governance.
From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted.
Uh-huh.
No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. Once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony.
Oh?
The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
270 years?
The very same period when Sharlayan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Exactly. Nariko, thanks for the
found
follow.
something, did you not?
Welcome.
And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
What? What's happening?
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore. Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle?
I know, Potato Lover, but you're a bunny now, you don't count anymore. I'm sorry, you don't count anymore. I don't know what they are trying to do.
We shall live on. We must.
Oh, you said the words in the trailer.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Oh, everyone is doing the trailer scene.
Such misguided zeal.
Who has misguided zeal? Talk off now.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania.
Mm-hmm.
Still, in the midst of my uncertainty,
Oh,
I must
Arenvald.
trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Well, we were just discussing.
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Oh.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches.
Uh-huh.
But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same.
Oh.
Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given?
I like the guy.
Yeah, I like him too already.
If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
And he's like, they're not asking people to fight. Well, he has the right of it.
Order! We will have order!
No, you will not have order. Everyone's talking.
Master Monteshane raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures.
Okay.
Until further notice, the students of Baldesion are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlayan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties.
Oh, you know we will do that.
Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates.
Uh-huh.
Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
I think I'm not entirely sure what happens. Is anyone counting?
I count 51 for and 48 against. The proposal is passed.
Mm-hmm.
Students, scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
Okay.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
All right then. This ended rather weird. As in, we turned into toads, we were trying to look for Kryl. Hydaelyn talked to us, and then suddenly we got detained and went on a trial. What the heck? Alizé, what are you saying? Thank the gods for Scholar Monteshane. I absolutely loathe arguing in circles. My father may be right that I'm still groping in the dark for answers, but I needed him to know that I would never stop searching. I owed that much to Arenvald and myself. Trial? You may encounter some raised eyebrows, but do continue to claim the students as your sponsor whensoever the need arises. I believe in the guiding principles of the Scions, and I know my grandfather would have as well. Graha? I apologize for the trouble I've caused you. Aww, baby. I was pondering the significance of what I had just read as I left the restricted section and knocked over the security mammoth on my way out. Really, Graha? Really? That's why we got caught? Seriously? I promise to be more vigilant next time. You better be. This is not the Crystal Tower. Well, you're not the only person.
He was probably walking around with his nose in the book and just
probably. Ishtola? Well, at least we have been allowed to remain in the city, and our endless investigations have not been in vain. We now know that this mysterious duty of theirs began with whatever the Forum discovered in the ethereal sea. With our freedoms so sorely curtailed, however, we will struggle to learn aught more of the substance here in Sharlayan. The overall picture has grown clearer, yes, but that's in spite of the Forum being so maddeningly vague about this duty of theirs. Why are they so reluctant to explain their actions in plain words? Survival, come what may, is Father's work so vital that it takes precedence over his own family? Alphino! Alize! It is you! Are you their mother? Are you their mother? When I heard you had been dragged from the Forum, I came as swiftly as I could. I'm so very glad they allowed you to stay. Mother! Yeah, I knew it was their mother! What's it with everyone having white hair, exactly? They look nothing like the mother, by the way. They all look like their father. Emilien's Levieux, at your service. And you fine people must be the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. How lovely it is to finally meet you. Oh, I love her already. Mother, please, we don't wish to make things difficult for you. If word reaches Father that you are here... Oh, bother that. I love her, okay. Okay, she's my new favorite character. Am I to be chastised for speaking with my own children? I am well aware that you and Master Fortunat are not on the best of terms at the moment, but I have been absolutely desperate to see my darlings again.
Oh.
You will come by the house, won't you? I have gifts waiting. Aww. The timing couldn't be better. As matters stand, we shan't be going anywhere until we discuss matters with Tancred's group and reconsider our options. Go visit your home. We'll be back at the annex when you're ready to rejoin us. I'm not sure we... Alia, what do you think? Don't ask me, this is a family matter. Alia? The Alia Lanai? Yes, that's me. Hello. What a splendid day this has turned out to be. Champion of Eorzea, I insist that you join us.
It's not a self-appointed title.
Yeah, no, it's not. I nodded with my mouth. Oh, black. But we must be quick about it. Not for my own benefit, but should my husband return and find you enjoying our hospitality, the servants will be made to suffer the consequences. Alia, if you'd be so kind as to escort my children to the estate. I love your mother already. And then she was gone. And with her, an opportunity to protest. Indeed, the matter is settled. Enjoy yourselves, you three. I'm sure Alphino thinks nothing of it. He invited classmates over all the time, but I wasn't the most... It was a different time for me, alright?
The troubled child.
Yeah. Well, you're still a troubled child, and we love you for that, Alize. I apologize. My mother is not one to take no for an answer. Still, I am glad, relieved even. to see her in such high spirits. What say you, Alia? Though it seems we shall have little enough time to enjoy it, will you accompany us on our visit home? Oh, is that even a question? Come, child. Fine, if we are going, then let's get it over with, Alice. But be sure to stay in the entrance hall. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. What are you hiding? Why ever not? Your room was always perfectly neat and tidy. Everyone has things they would rather keep to themselves, don't they? Cherished mementos you couldn't bring yourself to throw away, childhood toys.
Secret boyfriend picture.
Alize. I don't think Alize would have that.
Oh.
I seriously don't think so.
Why not?
I don't know. She seems to be the person who would have a huge crush on someone, but would never ever keep anything related to that person.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but like I say, never keeping anything related to that person.
I would expect a shrine.
I mean, never mind. Labyrinthos estate is that way, straight down the stairs. Come on. Let's go, children. Yes, I know they are accompanying me. Are you going to say... Oh, no, you will not say anything here, but I suppose... Down the stairs, you say. Let's go. When Alize and I were little, this bridge was as far as we were permitted to wander alone. I say alone, but my mother or a servant was always somewhere nearby, keeping a watchful eye. And now look at us, traveling to different continents, different worlds even. As children, Alfino and I would often wait here for our father to come home from work. It must have been a day when his meetings ran long, because I remember growing restless and leaning out over the railing to watch the water rush by. Father, of course, arrived at that exact moment, came pounding down the path in a panic, crying out my name. Ah, Alize. Alize, you're precious. You're both precious. Come, children. And here you are at last. Please, do come in. We actually visited this house yesterday, but...
But we didn't have an appointment.
How many...
Welcome home, my lady.
How many do you have? Look at me like, impressive. Okay. What are we doing now? I'm like, wow, they were rich. Well, they are rich. What? What are you gawping at? I don't know, at your house? Probably, Alize. How's Labyrinthos in all its grandeur? Or Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed.
I'm choosing that one.
Just admiring the craftsmanship. Yeah, I am actually thinking of choosing the second as well. Look at my face.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Aw.
Lord Fortuno is not to hear of this visit.
Yes. Father shouldn't know.
And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
Mm-hmm.
As you wish, my lady.
Let's do this. Where are we going now?
Master Alfino, Mistress Alice, if you'd accompany me upstairs.
Oh. Can I? What am I going to do? Don't leave me, children. Am I to talk to your mother? I don't even know her.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
Aw.
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course. Only to keep me from worrying.
Oh, you wouldn't know all the details, nope.
Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
Oh, she sent us money. Tataru was very pleased, I suppose.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience.
Yes, and I love them very much.
But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful.
Aw.
Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Oh, my children love me.
Tis plain they care for you. And I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them.
Oh, I would watch over them all the time, don't worry about that.
Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Oh, which one would you like to hear? I can tell you so many things. Are we going to wait here and talk here? I started talking right away, like, have you heard?
Where will I start?
Where? Exactly.
So we met them in Gridania.
Oh, new outfits!
I wasn't sure what to expect.
Nice heels, Alizé.
Are those rocket boots?
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
Aww, my baby girl.
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alphinaud.
Screenshot.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore. And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Oh, I love their mother so much already.
See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
Another screenshot, because I need my children's
I am
screens.
so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
One final touch?
Is she becoming a sage now?
If you'd allow me, Master Alphinaud.
Oh?
Yes.
I'm not looking at your screen. Come on, I'm going later. Oh, he got his sage weapons! The new liths.
Wait. Are these...
Yes.
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father.
Ah, family heirloom of sorts.
Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field. He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles. None so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless. Thus did I pull them out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now. And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Yeah. The wink! The wink!
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master. But someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb.
Oh yeah, you will learn very quickly.
Serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
Get your safe stone.
Yeah, after we slap him 1,000 times.
Yeah.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion.
Are we not going to sit down anywhere and have a tea or something?
No time. Daddy's coming home soon.
Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance.
What kind of significance?
Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Yeah, I'm not trying. I'm going to slap him instead. I think that might work.
Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions. After they cannot be undone.
She's like, go do some mischief.
Let him deal with the consequences.
Exactly.
Oh, Mother.
We shall take your wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Oh, we should see her
Safe
later,
travels,
right?
Children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Oh, I will keep those two close.
Molotovs? I don't think Molotovs would do the trick.
Goodbye. Goodbye. That was a brief visit. I was hoping for a little bit more. Alize, what are you going to say, my dear? And that was that. Only the gods know when we'll be back again. Aww. Thank you for indulging Mother's request. I can see it meant a lot to her. And I shall refrain from inquiring as to the content of your private conversation.
Oh, we just told her your deepest and darkest secrets.
Our visit was all too brief. For now, however, it will have to suffice. As will these tokens of home that we carry with us. These gifts to help us remember who we are and whence we came. But enough sentimentality. Let us return to the annex and rejoin our companions. Okay, time to talk to everyone. Alize? Don't think for a moment that I'm jealous of Alphino's new weapons. They are far more suited to him than me. We left for Eorzea in matching outfits, by our styles, both fashion and fighting, have long since diverged. If anything, I'm proud of the differences between us. Aww. If I intend to master these sages' armaments, that will mean learning to imbue them with the same ether that I poured into Moonstone and Obsidian. It's difficult to grasp the essence of such an entity. For me, it will help to think of the Newlits as allies in battle, simply a new form of the energy which went into manifesting my carbuncle companions. Stola? For us to feel responsible for the psychism of House Labyrinthos would be pure hubris. After all, we are merely on the outskirts of what is, essentially, a family affair. And yet neither can we claim the indifference of strangers. To hear their mother welcome them so warmly was a joy and a relief. Raha? As curious as I am to learn the truth of this duty, I wonder what else the Forum is hiding. Calamitous secret whose origin lies in the ethereal sea. Duplicity aside, however, I do not believe Master Fortuno means us ill. Even the harsh words he had for his children stemmed not from anger, I think, but desperation. Well, actually, that's one of the things that was going on in the community, like some kind of theory that Fortuno is trying to push away his children to keep them from harm's way. But,
Still gets slapped.
Oh, still gets slapped, for sure. Kyle, enjoyed your time with the Labyrinthos, I hope? I would ask how the twins fared, but their new outfits tell the tale. I only hope we can help them to reconcile with their father, that they might return home one day with their heads held high. In the meantime, we edge ever closer to the secret the Forum strives to hide, and the flower bequeathed to you by Hydaelyn is sure to guide us going forward. I'm confident that once he has scouted out the situation in Thavnair, we'll be well equipped to plot out our next move. AKA go do the Thavnair questline!